Our booth site is great. I like it. I play all the time.
All right, tell me when I should start talking.
All right, looks like we're live and we have the boards, so looks like we're good.
Okay, good morning, everybody. This is Danny Sprung from Las Vegas. We started a few minutes earlier today. We're watching the sixth set of the mixed trials to determine USA2 to go to Morocco for the World Championships. We see Rosenthal has a very commanding 164 amp lead, but we are playing on. In the open room, we'll see some relatively standard bridge. In the closed room, we will be watching the Infernal Machine, Sam Dinkins strong diamond system with lots of interesting bids. So right away we have a very distributional hand. I suspect that Sam, I suspect Sam was going to open something. One spade shows four spades and potentially a canapé. And he's supposed to have 8 points for that bid, but he only has 7. He's stretched a little bit. I don't think anybody's going to get too upset about that.
Interesting that over one spade, Chris just bid 4 hearts right away instead of taking a more constructive approach. But I guess at favorable, you just want to blast it.
He's favorable. He's a passed hand, and he has the sort of hand that if the opponents accidentally, incorrectly compete to 4 spades, he can back in with a double and
yeah,
number that way as well.
So
we can see 4 hearts is not going to do very well. The defense can take the first 2 clubs. Sorry, the first club, 2 diamonds, and then have some trump tricks later on.
Yeah, with the heart splitting 5-1.
Yeah, so
chance.
Some viewers at home might be wondering why Billy didn't double 4 hearts. Most experts now play that more as a takeout bid than just a pure penalty double like it would have been 50 or 60 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Which is what he would want to do. Obviously, he's got an ace and a side ace king that he thinks is cashing, and Jack 10/5, and his partner's up in the bidding and unfavorable. So he certainly thinks he's beating 4 hearts. He just can't afford to double because his partner would think that's takeout.
All right, and I pulled up the Twitch on my iPad, so I should be able to answer questions if people have questions in there. Yeah. All right, so 2 hearts.
All right, so 2 hearts.
Echo.
That was me. Sorry.
No worries. Yeah.
I pulled up Twitch for a second, and I just wasn't able to do it fast enough to not have the echo.
All right, welcome. So now we have James here. Let me change this to speaker view. Oh, he left.
Welcome, James. Unwelcome, James. I'm shortly back though.
I have to change it to speaker view.
So, as often happens with the Dinkins system, north south are playing 4 hearts from the opposite side of the table here. Good morning, James.
Hi, am I here for real this time?
Yep, you're here.
Okay. Oh, I see we got a real barn burner on the scoreboard.
Yeah.
This is kind of nice, the split screen. When did we start that?
Aaron, when we did commentary, Aaron preferred to have one table up, but I don't care. So having both up can be good, I think.
Very well. I kind of like this. I guess I don't know how synchronized they're going to be, but for now anyway.
For now, they're on the same board. Just started. But
On board 1, they're always going to be on the same board at least for a few seconds.
Yeah.
Somebody starts late. So both pairs are going to be going down a couple and 4 hearts. I think there's going to be too much to the swings in this. It's non-vulnerable and non-doubled.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it looks like I guess Chris is going to end up leaving another heart and a spade. I don't see much you can really do about it unless they try to cash the king of clubs here or something.
Yeah.
And then in the other room, we're a little bit early in the play to see what's going on, but I assume Sam's going to have to lose 2 hearts. And yeah, a spade, a club, and 2 diamonds.
Yeah, on the blind auction that Michael Rosenberg faced, he just let his singleton trumpet trick 1.
Yeah, he knows that North has at least 4 spades and at least 4 clubs, but not really exactly what else. But,
Oh, that's right. We got the SAM bidding system here. It's making some fun auctions.
yeah.
Billy did try to
Okay.
cash the king of clubs.
So now, oh, I guess it doesn't matter. You can't really do anything because you still have to, you're gonna run out of trumps. You can't cash both hearts and squeeze east because
they don't cash.
they don't cash exactly.
The most simple reason they don't cash.
Yeah, that's a problem. Yeah, nothing Chris can do, I'll assume. Ace of spades, a spade up, and West will have to discard in order to get both tricks, but shouldn't be too difficult. Especially with the queen of spades played, he knows West. West knows his partner has a spade trick. So he should pitch a diamond here. We'll take 2 more and it'll go down 3.
So in the closed room, which is the room on the right, declares already lost 2 trumps, and the defense just let a diamond through, and is cashing their second diamond. They'll get a club and a heart, and this is going to be a push.
Yeah.
So a modern balanced 4-4-3-2-11 count, opening good. Nice texture in the club suit. Good support for the majors. I like the opening, but then non-vulnerable. So North-South will conduct an auction trying to find it if they have any 4-4 major suit fits. When they know they don't, they're going to settle in 3-no trump. My style is to rebid 1-no trump with this sort of hand, but some people would bid 1 spade.
Yeah, I assume they also rebid 1-no trump. And then the only question is if they have an agreement to show both 4 spades and 3 hearts over the South's asking bid, or whether they just, oh, and South, I guess South, there's no reason for South to ask with only
Right.
4 hearts. If South had 5 hearts, they would ask. But here they just bid 3-no, and 3-no looks like it's a favorite. King of spades on side, the clubs are 3-3.
If the defense's 10 of diamonds was better placed, this might be a little more work for declare, but
Yeah.
presumably declare is going to play a low diamond, playing for one of the honor 10 fourth on side, as opposed to the jack of diamonds playing for the king queen on side, and that will create a second diamond trick for them.
Yeah, I assume this one's going to take a bit. Amber can be deliberate, and this looks like a bit of a tricky.
Are you at all tempted with the South hand to show just a balanced 13 to 15 count on your first bid? 4-3-3-3.
Not really, unless you have a mechanism for backing into 4-4 fits, or letting our partner showing shortness over 2-no trump. Like if they say partner was 3-4-1-5, would they do something other than raise 2-no trump to 3-no trump? The answer is no to that. Then you really can't ever bid 2-no trump with this sort of hand, because you have no diamond stopper.
No.
So they did play a low diamond, and now she's going to cross the heart and start taking club finesses, I assume.
Yeah, just start taking club finesses and then. So here we have a weak 1-no trump, super weak 10-12, and I assume it'll be 1-no 3-no. No reason to look for major suit fits when you're 4x3 and partner opens 1-no.
Yeah,
You probably just invite if your partner can have 10 here, right?
I think you just bid 3-no with 24. You really don't want partner to pass any 11 counts.
Sure.
But if you agree that you invite heavy and always accept 11s, then maybe you could bid some type of invitation.
Okay.
South values are mostly good values, and they're in her long suits except for the Jack of Diamonds. The 10 of Hearts is a nice card. I think this hand is even opposite 10. I'd probably want to be in 3 now.
Yeah. And here, Amber has a bit of a problem of how to get back to dummy. It seems like you'd want to take the spade finesse, but if that loses and you lose all the diamond tricks, you don't know if diamonds are 5-3, so you could lose to the king of spades and 3 diamonds and go down 1. So it seems safest just to cross with the queen of hearts and a heart, which might give up some flexibility later, but looks like crossing in hearts and taking the club hook.
She likely knows the diamonds are 4-4 from the leads in carding.
Well, they led the 4 diamonds and the 3 hasn't shown up yet. So it could be king 10 5th, although there might be some other implications that she might be able to figure out diamonds are 4-4. So Debbie actually played the 8. Oh, I guess both tables played the 8 diamonds. Yeah, the 8 diamonds is probably best in case partner led from 10-9 4th or leading low. Especially, I know Michael Rosenberg loves to lead low from touching honor sequences, just 2 of them. That's a
so the queen loses when your partner has led low from ace king 4th, which
right, ace king 4th
could be a problem.
could be.
They also might have led like the ace from that asking for attitude or some honor to ask for attitude instead of just leading low.
Yeah.
So we see a difference in the play on the right hand side. Michael Rosenberg won the club and played a spade back himself. Notice he played the Jack of Spades, which is what we call a surrounding play. He surrounded the 10 in the declarer's hand, even though he didn't see it.
Yep.
So now if partner gets in, they can lead a spade through the 10, and his king 9 is sitting over the 10 to force out the ace.
He probably wasn't sure who had the queen of diamonds. They probably don't play any Smith. I don't think they tend to like Smith Echo. They might play Smith Echo, but he might have been unaware of who had the queen of diamonds. Otherwise, he might have just played a diamond back. Yeah, and in the open room, East has to make 2 pitches on the clubs, and that's going to make it clear that the spade finesse is safe when East pitches a diamond. There'll be no danger of.
I looked at Michael and Debbie's card. They do actually play Smith Echo.
They do play Smith Echo?
Mhm.
They might only play it at trick 2, which still applies. So I'm surprised he played a spade instead of a diamond. And actually, Amber can take the rest of the tricks now. East ends up getting squeezed. And I guess the same thing will happen at the other table if they guess properly.
Is there any danger that Billy is stiff a king of spades?
Oh, disappointing.
I think even if he stiffed his king of spades, you know that East has just this. You know that East has the king of diamonds.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
and
Diamonds block anyways, but it's also a case of you don't really need to think that much about the extra. I mean, I guess it's 2 imps, but it's not likely to make a difference, and you don't necessarily want to waste your energy.
When you're up by 160, I think avoiding disasters becomes a.
Well, she already had 9 tricks.
Well, she already had 9, though. Okay, well, never mind.
Yeah.
So my style, I would up even on 5-3-3-2. I would open 2 hearts favorable vulnerability for a nice heart suit. Yeah, but Tracy Bauer chooses to pass. So it's
Yeah, it's hard to open 2 hearts with, especially down in a match. You might, if you want any chance, you need to create some type of swing.
Yeah, I think it's just a good bid. I don't think it's necessarily even particularly swingy. You're bidding the suit where all or most of your values are your favorable vulnerability.
Yeah, although when you have Michael Rosenberg in your seat, it's not likely that he'll open 2 hearts with it. But yeah, it could very well be the right bid.
Very powerful hand for North, but these are notoriously hard to bid.
I assume he'll open a strong diamond. I think that's what they play.
Yeah, that's what Sam will open. An Amber will probably open a natural diamond. So the options will look the same to start with, but
And it's 18 plus, which is stronger than I'm used to seeing for strong opening 1-level bids, like strong clubs.
because they play such a light style in first and second seat, they basically add a king or an ace to every one of all their values for all their bids. So 1 diamond becomes much stronger.
Okay.
So for Amber, she sees a 1 heart overcall, a 2 heart raise, and now she's got a perfect takeout double.
Yeah, that gets across her hand pretty well.
Now, do you expect them to play a 2-no-11 sol type thing here?
Personally, I prefer 2-no trump to be a scramble. Say you have 3 diamonds and 5 clubs, you don't necessarily want to choose one over the other.
And it looks like they actually will make quite a few clubs. 5 clubs or even
Yeah,
the cards are lucky enough where it looks like 6 clubs might even have a chance.
hand is exceedingly friendly.
Yeah. Here, Olivia's pass is semi-positive without 4 spades. So I guess that's what she has, 5 plus. Okay, so Amber did take another bid, which is good, but I'm not sure I would have done it myself. It seems aggressive, but it's definitely working out here. Partner's going to bid 3-0, and
It probably depends somewhat on whether your 3 clubs is showing some kind of strength, right?
yeah, 3
They
clubs
have like a
could be showing values.
2-no trump slowdown type thing available. Equation.
Her hand is still even a full ace stronger, at least than what she might have had when she just doubled 2 hearts. She could easily had a 4x1 perfect shape with 14 or 15 points, and here she has a prime 19. So
Yeah,
partner didn't necessarily show extra values, I'd be really tempted to bid again with that hand.
here doubles takeout of 3 hearts.
So Chris won the first heart and took the club finesse right away, and he's going to get the very good news that clubs are 2-2 with the king on side.
And I could see 3 hearts doubled going for a big number. Looks like it could go down 5 if you get both the diamond rough and the spade rough.
Yeah, that is the downside to potentially preempting with that sort of hand that Michael has. Although we can see that.
Well, Debbie's 3 heart bid is interesting to me. With 2 kings and 3 hearts, maybe she's just counting on the fact that north south might overbid with her having such defensive values.
Yeah, she's in a spot similar to when the opponent's up in a strong club, and that she can make the bidding very difficult for them by getting her sides to the 3 level when neither one of them has exchanged significant distributional information about their hands. I guess Olivia denied 4 spades, but that's not really much to go on. But here we are. We're going to see how many tricks the defense does take against 3 hearts double.
I assume she's going to lead. Well, I don't even know. You usually you would probably want to lead a small heart, but the fact that you have no entry back to your hand necessarily to even play ace of hearts and another heart when you get in, maybe you just go for roughs, especially with such bad hearts. Yeah.
Right, that's what she's doing too.
You also have to be careful that you get your club tricks in, because if you take your diamonds and get your diamond rough and cross the partner in spades, then
It's okay because they can give you a spade rough too.
they can give you a spade rough, but they might play a diamond. I guess it doesn't really matter.
It turns out as long as she keeps her ace of hearts in control, she can get all her roughs.
She can always get all the roughs and the ace queen of clubs, so it'll go down 5 probably.
Yeah, the defense is just going to take their 4 high hearts, and
That's it.
Amber made kind of a pretty play on the left here, running the jack of spades. A little extra.
660 be a nice score, but it won't be enough to compensate for what we think will be 1100 in the closed room. So this will be a nice double shit swing for the Dinkin team if they can collect all their tricks.
Yeah.
It's always fun to make their contract on defense.
I think if So Sam's going to be giving his partner rough. He's got to figure out what suit he wants to play.
Yeah, it makes sense that he wants clubs.
Right. He
Was
wants
he,
to club through the ace, eight through the king of one.
See on the left, Chris does do a week 2 in a similar situation for the last hand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is super good suit. And then
2 spades, of course, is even more tempting because you block out the whole 2 level.
mhm.
So it looks like the defense is not going to err. They can see, Sam can see from the dummy which suits are, which cards are cashing, which ones aren't.
Yep.
He can just take his 2 clubs, and even if he plays a diamond,
Well, he'll play 2 clubs. Yeah, even if he plays a diamond, Olivia can win the ace of hearts and play a spade when she gets in. The only possible way that this goes down 4 is if he cashes his clubs, cashes his spades, and then plays a diamond, but that seems improbable.
no, there's
Must
cash.
have a cold 6 hearts here if they can find it.
So the defense that was suggested in the open room, I think Sam should know that Michael doesn't have 6 hearts here,
Yeah.
and therefore his hand should count
Yeah.
down to what
No,
it
it's not a cold 6 hearts. You have to manage your transportation. A spade lead, it's not going to work.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tricky.
He has to be careful to throw a club here. It's tempting to avoid yourself in spades, but you need to be able to get back to partner. Or that.
Here, Olivia, yeah, she needs to play a spade back and get 2 rounds going. And so they'll get the 1100, it looks like.
Yeah, she knew what the right defense was. She didn't bother to. Let partner make an error. So in the open room, was that a Blackwood bid and a sign off? Oh yeah, I guess that's a Blackwood bid and a sign off, expecting partner to bid again with 3 key cards, which they have.
Yeah,
Well,
and
how could
Amber
they have
doesn't
0?
use a spade.
But
Takes a spade lead to beat it.
That is one of the advantages to upping 2 spades when you have king, queen, jack, 10, 5th. You're going to encourage partner to
Yeah.
that suit when in doubt.
Yeah, and with diamonds under control, it seems reasonable to just lead a spade.
A somewhat unlucky combination for East West, although they could have been just down off the top if queen, 3rd of hearts was behind
Right.
the ace. Oh, she's
Now
like,
it's gonna make
yep.
unfortunate timing.
So
yeah, she might be worried that they had clubs cashing, and you need to take ace of diamonds and then rough or cash 2 diamonds before letting the opponents get the lead.
So we have Deacon picked up 10 imps on board 18, and they're in a position where they might be able to score another swing on 19. They're likely
This is
to.
an enterprising 2 heart bid by North here.
Yeah, 4
Apparently
spades.
it's systemic. That's pretty gross, even at these colors.
Well, they play chose exactly 4, or not. It
Yeah.
could be 4 spades. So I guess
But
it's
still, Sam does like to bid him up, though, in my experience.
yeah. And South is gonna like the 2 heart bid.
So of note, Olivia could not open 2 spades in the open room because I believe that shows us like an intermediate kind of 10 to 14 hand. So 2 spades are not an option for her. Now, presumably Michael Rosenberg going to make some sort of 2 spade over 2 note trumpet showing a limit raiser better in hearts. And the question is just how many spades Olivia will bid. My vote is for 5 spades. It could be just, I mean, what did it say about the strength of 2 hearts? It doesn't say anything. Maybe she'll just bid 4 spades then, because it could be their hand for 4 spades, but
Not sure I understand why Billy played another diamond here. Hard for me to see what he gains by doing it, but makes no difference here.
Maybe just getting the count. If South ends up discarding, you probably can figure out if South has 3 hearts, it's possible that you hook South with Queen of Hearts.
Good point.
You're never in danger of
But-
North roughing the diamond.
But no, I don't know. Big position to take, I think. Also, if they have that many hearts.
So we see Olivia has bumped it up to 4 spades, and Debbie facing a limit raise or better.
Someone asked if 6 hearts is cold on a spade lead, but you just can't get to dummy.
Yeah,
You
you
just can't get to your own hand. You can't get to your own hand to cash the clubs and discard your
Right.
spade loser.
so you in principle you can pitch the spade loser from dummy, but while you're busy getting those clubs out of the way, South can rough.
Mhm.
Unless you've had played too many rounds of trumps. You draw all the trumps, then cross over. Now you have no trump to rough your last spade with.
So here we see Debbie past 4 spades. I think that implies that they're playing that pass as forcing. I don't think she had passed 4 spades, 4 spades with opposite a limit raise or better with in a non-forcing way here. So Michael's re-upping a double. Now her pass and pull could be a slam try if she does that.
Mhm.
If she just passes, this is going to be yeah. They will of course beat 4 spades several tricks. Not going to compensate for 1430 no matter what they do.
Well, they probably take 7 tricks, so it'll probably be 800. Oh no, no, never mind. The spades are 2-2. You only take 6 tricks, I guess. You just take 1 heart, 2 clubs, and 2 diamonds, and the ace of spades.
Right, and the no roughs from the defense.
We have another interesting one here where the spades are going to split 4-0 if East-West play spades.
I find this auction curious. I wonder if the double of 2 spades actually shows spade support, because auction's a bit odd otherwise.
Maybe she's interested in doubling hearts for penalty. I assume if she already showed spade support, she wouldn't be raising 3 spades to 4, but
I think 3 spades on the West hand, though, unless partner's shown some kind of support for you, is interesting. I don't know.
Yeah, we don't see an alert of what the 2 spade bid is. So
2 spades was
I mean, sorry, the double. The
yeah,
double.
yeah. Here, West might actually be able to guess to play low on the heart, knowing that North has 5 hearts, which is not something you would know. If you're left to play it yourself, you would probably play a heart to the jack. This is the only way you might be able to play the heart suit for 1 loser, is just stocking it.
Would you be tempted to, well, yeah, never mind. I was thinking you could think maybe North has all 3 aces and needed to underlead one of them, but playing the king still doesn't really gain you in that sense.
So the good news is she ducked it, or sorry, he ducked it, Billy ducked it. The bad news
Bad
is,
news.
is that they can just take their hearts by roughs.
Yep, and they're probably roughing with natural trump tricks because getting to dummy is a bit difficult without letting North get the lead. They're just going to get all their heart roughs. But the 2 hearts probably suit preference for clubs, so
So back in the close room, 4 spades double looks like it's going to go down 3 for 500, which will be 14 inch swing to Dinkin, 13 or 14. I can't remember what 930 is.
$930. I'm gonna guess 14. But
Yeah, I think 750 to 890 is 13. I think 900 is where the 14 starts.
yeah.
So we'll have played 4 boards and the Dinkin team will have gotten back 25 imps. At that rate, they will win the match easily. They get 6 imps per board for the rest of the event.
Yeah, unlikely.
Unlikely.
Sustainable rate of imp gain, but
They do have
No.
another.
So now
4.
Billy needs to make a funny looking play where he roughs his winning diamond to get back to dummy.
yeah, now he actually can make it.
There, yeah, this is wild. I think he will find this play. Nothing else to play for.
Splitting honors in spades. Maybe I don't know if he was going to play the 10. Might have given up the suit.
So if he does find this, another potential big pickup for the Dinkin team.
Yeah. All right, let's make a game out of this.
He's probably trying to figure out why the defense went this way, because it seems very strange, and it might make sense if North had 6 diamonds and South had no more diamonds, and then you're risking an extra under trick if you try to play a diamond over and get roughed.
I'm assuming Amber. I missed the trick, but when Amber led, oh no, Billy, what are you doing? I assume when Amber led the hearts for Chris to rough, she led her lowest one, and maybe Chris should have known to lead
Yeah,
a club
she
back
did.
at that point. Your partner's already won the ace of diamonds, but you can't have king. Interesting play.
Yeah, he might have just believed the defense that they wouldn't make a mistake here.
But I mean, I don't know what it costs you to rough the diamond, though. Well,
South
actually, no,
rough.
they can get another trick that way.
Yeah.
Still, though, the reward of making a doubled contract, or not a double, but a vulnerable game here, it's
Yeah,
a lot. It's a lot to give up on that chance. I don't.
You're risking 3 to win what figures to be 12.
you just have to figure if the defense is likely to mess it up 15% of the time or so. 20, I guess, 20% of the time. But
I
it's
also think that this should be minus 200, not minus 100. I don't know what happened there.
yeah, maybe a misclaim.
So there's the 14 M's for Dinkin on board 19. So do you or don't you make Chris already did not make a vulnerable 2-level overcall with his 6-4. He has an attractive hand. He does have only 10 points. He's got good shape. His queen and 1 spade is questionable. His partner's a passed hand. There's lots of pluses and minuses to bidding.
Yeah, and when your suit looks like that, you're very ripe to lose about 4 trump tricks on a bad day.
Yeah, that 6-5-4-3 of diamonds just stares at you in the face and says, we're not so good here. You know, if it goes, as soon as it goes a hard 2 diamonds and your left-handed button passes, you start to quake in your boots that it's going to be 2 diamonds double.
Yeah, especially with a partner as a passed hand, you don't really have much of a chance of reaching game. So
Yeah. So here we see a 2-note trump, some sort of raise, and 4 hearts just saying, let's just play 4 hearts. 2-note trump was alerted as Jacoby. So unfriendly lie for the defense here, and for the declarer rather. Have to lose a diamond, 2 clubs, and a heart for sure. It's not going to be clear to Amber which black suit to shift to. She knows that continuing diamonds is not going to be profitable.
Yeah, if he plays the 9 of diamonds, maybe you can get a club pitch.
Right. Oh yeah. So she'll need to make the winning shift right away in that scenario.
But it's more likely she just plays the jack of diamonds, I think.
Nickel passed over 2 spades. That's interesting. I would give it 3 spades there. Yes, you kind of have soft values.
Yeah, the Rosenberg seemed to be frozen out of the bidding by this Michael's bid. No, Michael's backed in with 3 spades now.
Seems like a good description of the hand.
So Tracy did play a low diamond from the dummy and got the ace, and now she is in a spot where they're going to need to shift to club to beat it.
I wonder if the information you're giving away is worth it, though. Or sorry, you're letting them opponents exchange information.
Yep, that's true.
She may not have had. I'm sorry, he may not have had a good way to raise spades conveniently.
This is interesting.
This is not going to be good for North South, most likely.
Well, yeah.
Actually, maybe you can beat on a hard.
It will, yeah, it will go down 1 on a hard lead, but see.
I guess, and the other interesting thing to mention in the open room, on the 6 of diamonds lead, when they play 3rd and 5th, you know that South has 2 higher diamonds than the 6.
Mhm.
So you can figure out to play the 9 of diamonds because you know the only 2 diamonds higher than the 6 are the 10 and the queen, or 3rd and low. Sorry, 3rd and low leads, not 3rd and 5th.
Well, you're discounting the ace of diamonds being an Amber's hand, which is a fair bet to make.
Yeah, it's unlikely that South would underlead the ace of diamonds there.
Kind of funny that 3 spades got doubled here and 4 spades didn't. Junior bidding, maybe.
Yeah, although East-West at the other table had a bit of a stronger auction.
Yeah, and
East doubled, and then West bids 3 spades and East bid 4 spades.
even funnier that 4 spades could have made.
So as long as Sam wins the ace and plays a heart back and gives suit preference for clubs, they should be able to beat this.
Even if you don't give suit preference, I mean, your partner can't have the king of diamonds unless they're really weird.
But you're worried about underleading the king of clubs if declare has ace and 1.
But
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, it doesn't give partner much for their 2 spade bid. They don't have the ace of clubs.
That's true, but they could be 6-5, and we saw what he bid 2 hearts on the last hand too, with 4 smalls.
Or
But maybe imagine the same hand with North having ace 10, 9, 6 the diamonds and giving West the ace of clubs. There it doesn't matter because they can always take the club finesse, but
on the left table, Amber did find the club shift, so let's pull down 1.
yep.
well done by North South to get that right.
Yeah, also by East to give them a problem at all. That was good.
It's definitely tempting looking at that dummy to shift to a spade, but helps to envision what your partner's going to need.
So Sam did come through the 9 of hearts, which looks a little bit.
That's
Yep. That's
oh no.
that's
no.
caused. Yep.
Yeah, she still has to guess the spades. Olivia should not split here, most likely.
But I mean, well,
So this could have been a very large double. Yeah, she split the spades. Could have been a very large double-digit swing for Dinkin, and it looks like it's going to go the other way.
Yep. This shouldn't take too long at this point for Debbie to play the king of diamonds. Although doubled under tricks are a big concern versus the undoubled under tricks at the other table. So maybe she'll think about it, but I think here you know.
I still feel like it should have been minus 200 in the other room. They won 2 spades of hearts. Yeah, 2 spades and 3 aces, right? I don't know why that got recorded as down 1.
Yeah.
Whatever. They'll fix it.
Oh, actually, wait. Debbie's still going down because the 7 of hearts isn't a winner anymore, right? So.
But she only needs
Oh
to
no,
make
yeah,
9
no.
tricks,
Oh
so-
yeah, that's what you're saying. The other room should have been down too. Yeah. Yeah. So 3 spades double. I make.
Which presumably will open his 5-5 working 10 count with good suits, 1 diamond.
Here's
Well-
what Debbie's thinking. If you rough the king of spades to get to dummy and it gets over roughed, now it goes club back to north, another heart rough. That's another 300. So the math is not how she does find it.
Yeah, the math isn't that bad, and you just have to figure out if you think the opponents are that likely to have messed up the defense.
Yeah, it's
And they did.
not the best.
Both tables messed up the defense.
So this will be, coincidentally, this will be the same 930 swing as the last board, if it's 200 against 200, which we thought it was. Actually, it'll only be 830. So it'll be 13 instead of 14.
Mm-hmm.
If 4 spades had gone down to it, it would have been the same 930 in a much different way as the last board.
Sam's not on the ball here. He might even get pseudo squeezed out of his heart stop roll though.
Yeah, Sam should
no-
know.
You know West has a heart left, so there's nothing left to do but keep your hearts and hope partner as the king of clubs.
So we're in 4 diamonds at the other table, even though it looks like 5 diamonds is reasonable, but we'll go down most likely because I don't see him dropping the stiff king of diamonds.
So it'll come down to a guess on the hearts.
Yep.
Wonder if you're Billy, if you're tempted to just lead a heart now, put them to the test before more information comes out. Nope.
Yeah, you're not actually, you might not even have a heart guess if they never lead hearts, because like in 4 diamonds, you might just play ace of diamonds and a diamond, because if East wins it, they can't hurt you in hearts and you can get 2 pitches.
Oh,
You
Yeah, that's what he did. Well done.
can get 2 pitches in the hearts and save yourself the guess. So they made 3 spades doubled in the other room. The 9 of hearts by Sam made some sense because you don't want to lead a low heart and let them retain the king jack necessarily.
the jack was played a trick.
Oh, the jack was played a trick 1,
Yeah.
so it didn't matter then. As long as partner's roughing. So yeah, maybe he should have just played a lower heart. All right, so 4 diamonds made 5 in the other room. Oh, I guess we're behind a board. East is behind by a board.
So here again, we see the Dinkin system in action, 1 spade.
Yeah.
Wow,
18
that's a
spades.
quite a 1 spade.
Trying to create some action.
His system creates action on almost every board when they're.
It sure does. Yeah.
Lead to 11, 4 plus spades, 0 to 3 hearts. Could have a longer minor. Seems a little scary to be opening 1 spade, but I guess maybe they have it well figured out.
This might freeze the opponents out of the bidding entirely.
Yeah.
I assume West will be able to back into hearts at some. I assume one of them will take an action, but maybe not.
If Sam passes, I don't see Rosa Michael balancing on his jack.
I
nine
could
flip.
see him making a double if they have the agreement that that's.
Do they bid spades? I don't see that. Maybe
If
come
it-
in with hearts. But
He suggested that the double is sort of like trappish spades.
Yeah, it's like a trap type of penalty double, but yeah,
definite
yes.
value to this opening round aggression. You get, oh, this is
Well, you'll take 4 tricks probably. So minus 300.
Well, presumably he's going to win the heart and play ace of diamonds and a diamond, hoping for the king of diamonds to be on side.
Yeah, then you might not even take 4 tricks. You might lose 4 hearts, 2 diamonds. 2 spades. I guess you will still take.
Just a question, how many tricks the defense can take, because you're sort
Yeah.
of at their mercy at this point. So on 23 in the open room,
Yeah, we have a 3-0 by east-west.
interesting.
Looks like it's gonna maybe come down. I guess even if you guess clubs wrong, you might still have a chance, although it's much easier if you just guess club right. You have 9 tricks.
Notice Chris refrained from leading the unbid major. If he led this with a jack of spades, things might have been much better for the declaring side. I don't think you can beat it if they lead a jack of spades.
Yeah, no, that wouldn't be. Maybe a spade switch here is the most. I mean, definitely a spade switch is the most difficult. Yeah, I don't think you can make it on a spade switch, but diamond back and now probably comes down to the club guess.
It's funny, you might get the club guess right by expecting North to have longer clubs once the diamond split becomes clear.
King of spades switch makes it a little scary. But you wouldn't, you aren't even able to finesse North for the queen of clubs because of
Oh
the.
yeah, that's right.
So you're probably going to go down one. Or maybe even more. Although no, you can duck spades twice. You can actually duck spades twice. South has the king jack 10. So you would lose 2 spades, 2 diamonds, and you still have to guess the clubs. So I guess the only way to make it is just to hope that South has the queen of clubs.
Yeah, she's gonna either play king of club, 10 of clubs, or just run the 10 of clubs at this point, I suspect. I forget what Tracy's original diamond holding was. Could she have played the suit in such a way to keep an entry in the dummy with the 9 of diamonds?
She could have played the 10 of diamonds, and
Yes.
that would have, yeah.
Giving her more flexibility once she figures out which way she wants to play clubs. So she's sort of forced herself to play clubs this way.
Which is probably the way you would not play. You'd probably play the clubs the other way if you had a choice, knowing that South has long diamonds, like you already said. But here, queen of clubs, and now 3 spade tricks are inevitable. So down 1, down 2 actually. Yeah, down 2.
Yeah, we already have 3 in the bank.
And
So
yeah, go ahead.
Olivia does appear to be going down 3 in 1 no trump. So that's gonna be another 8-imp swing for the Rosenthal team.
Yeah, that's just another maybe. Sometimes when you open this light in your system, you just get stuck. Although looking at your 2 hands, you probably don't mind being in 1 no trump because it looks like the opponents are going to make 4 hearts a large chunk of the time.
Yeah. And some of the time 300, 1 no trump won't go down 300.
Yep.
Sort of a bad combination for it does go down 300 and their teammates can't make 420. And the defense has the rest.
The downside of the aggressive bidding vulnerable at the right table, though, they froze the opponents out of the auction, but you know, even on double, those under tricks are no joke.
Yeah, it turns out if they double, they North South can easily just escape the 2 diamonds where they're not going to be in much trouble. So
Right.
you can't really get doubled, but
And
You're mentioning the super light opening bids, vulnerable being a problem. One of the things that Brad Moss and Joe Greer do is they play a super light style when they're not vulnerable, and then when they're vulnerable, they play a very sound, standard sort of opening structure. So
yeah,
they don't have these minus 300s on out of nowhere very often.
on the right, we'll see if they make their way to 5 diamonds, which seems unlikely and seems like it'll probably go down, but
They might not. They might lose the diamond suit very easily here because they had opened one club systemically, and now the East West are
oh
going
yeah,
to
they
be
have.
a lot of spades.
Yeah.
So they might lose a part score swing that way.
Here north south can make 3 no trump, but 5 clubs is probably a bit of a better contract. Here they might not be able to figure out they have a diamond stopper, so they might wind up
Right.
getting to 5 clubs anyways.
Is anyone gonna hit 3-0 here? Probably not.
So the 2 club bid was an inverted minor, 1 round force at least, I believe. Yeah, invitational or better.
So here Olivia is able to show 5, or Sam is able to show 5 plus diamonds non-forcing.
Okay,
Oh wow.
that will
yeah.
get them diamonds.
South has a pretty good hand. Might cupid 2 spades or something.
Oh, this bit's 3-0. Do it confidently enough.
Yeah, I guess that kind of makes some sense. It's unlikely West has the ace, king, queen of diamonds having passed originally, but
And partner probably has some length in diamonds, given that they didn't rebid 3 clubs. And the only time they have a singleton diamond is when they're 4-4-4-1, I would guess.
yeah.
So he expects some partial diamond length over there. The suit may block if say partner has 3 low and there's
here-
queen on his right, they might not get the lead low. There's all kinds of ways you can make 3 no trump here.
Michael bid 3 spades, so Olivia might be wanting to bid 4 or 5 diamonds.
I'm thinking she's going to want to bid 5 diamonds.
With 2 diamonds being non-forcing, it is hard to imagine a hand where 5 diamonds is super, super great, right? You need them to have a couple cover cards.
But it might be
But-
just good as a save as well.
Yeah,
You're not going to really be happy defending 4 spades, not vol against vol, opposite a non-forcing diamond bid when you have that hand.
yeah,
So
that's
I would just go ahead and bid 5 diamonds right away and make them guess right now what to do. The actual hand notwithstanding that would not necessarily be the winning action.
and here Debbie chooses to bid 4 spades, which doesn't have any play.
Turns out partner has no king of diamonds and 2
Okay.
tricks in the rounded suits, which is more than you would expect for a non-forcing 2 diamond bid, but they bid 5 diamonds anyway.
Yep. I'm surprised North was the one that bid 5 diamonds with a pretty defensive looking hand. Yeah,
He sort of has what he said he had when he bid 2 diamonds.
right.
So 4 diamonds did make 5 in the open room, but that was because Declare dropped the king of diamonds, and that's probably not going to be the indicated play against in 5.
Yeah, and as mentioned in the comments, North might just double 4 spades with a pretty defensive hand. Partner has a random 10 to 14 points. Doesn't seem too likely that they're going to be making 4 spades. Sometimes they probably will, but you have a lot of defense.
Do we know the how they play the 3 spades here? I wonder if you could get to a point where
Mix.
Mix, okay. I don't know that you can get to a point where East can't have the king of diamonds. If you're playing against Gibb, you might be able to count out the points pretty scientifically, but not here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually an interesting spot. Declare might play a heart early. Oh, the defense went up.
Now she can play the king of hearts and the jack of hearts and figure out East has the ace of spades, queen of hearts. It's still possible they have the king of diamonds though, so it doesn't help too much.
Yeah, and what, people say, use the expression mixed raise, and I suspect if you ask 100 different experts what a mixed raise is, you'd probably get about 50 or 60 different answers.
Yeah.
She's going right away for the diamond finesse, so that's, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, Michael can have heavy mixed raises.
So that'll be 5 imps more, and they were Vulcans, not so mixed raise isn't going to be on chop liver.
Yeah.
So that'll be 5 more imps to Rosenthal.
Imagine him holding this East hand on the left table. Here you go, 3 hearts in front of you.
Yeah, I don't think I could bring myself to pass. Just it's so unlikely partner can reopen with a
Interesting
double.
though. Like, what do you have? What bids do you have available to you? It's
Just I think I don't know. It's tough.
You could bid 3 on Trump. You do have hard stop in 16 points.
Yeah, you can.
That's true.
Points.
That is true. Wow, partner doubles.
Yeah, now you just pass and.
I mean, you do have a lot of tricks in the club contract, but how do you possibly expect partner to come up with this hand for you?
It's not even going to be that. I mean, North actually has all the hearts that they promised, which seems.
Yeah. In this vulnerability, it's no guarantee for sure.
Queen Jack 9, 8, 7th might be in the top half of the range of suits that Amber can have or favorable. But yeah, Tracy found a partner that'll reopen a double for her on this type of hand.
Oh, and still East-West do better to declare a club slam.
Yeah, they make quite a few clubs. 6 clubs for sure.
They probably can make all 13 tricks, right?
You can rough 3 diamonds, you can pitch 2 spades, so yeah. Probably can.
I mean, they have 10 aces, they just need 3 roughs.
I mean, I don't know that you.
And I would think the 3 heart bid is a pretty normal bid.
Yeah, I expect that to be duplicated in the other room for sure.
I guess if you are in 7, you have to play for the line that gets you there. So.
If you're playing 6, you're probably not going to play to make 7, but if you're playing 7, then the tricks are there to make it.
Yeah.
Although if you, well, yeah, I guess with North opening 4 hearts, you might have a little bit of difficulty getting to your hand to rough all 3 diamonds and still being able to catch the ace king of hearts.
Interesting by Billy to signal with the 4 of clubs here instead of the king. I don't.
She led the ace of hearts at trick. She led the ace of spades.
Yeah.
Ace of hearts switch doesn't seem.
I'm trying to get a club from Billy's seat. I'm playing the king of clubs, not the 4. But, well.
Yeah, I'm not. I would have played clubs, I think, rather than the ace of hearts.
I'm not sure it's going to make a difference. Oh,
Well,
the ace of diamonds, a diamond rough. 2 more trumps.
He might
Next down.
play a
4.
club and then you can hook the spade. Not that they would, but. So here in the other room, what's going on? A club, a heart. So they still play 2 clubs as a relay to 2 diamonds, even by a past hand. So they're showing natural invitational of 4 hearts and 5 clubs. And East has a pretty good hand, but kind of weak stoppers.
Still, they can imagine taking 5 club tricks, ace, king of hearts, ace of spades, and then hopefully one other trick somewhere. There's, if partner has ace, queen, fifth of clubs, we're up to 8 tricks without any other values. So I suspect he's going to bid 3 now. He might bid 3 spades, showing concern about the diamond suit.
Yeah,
I mean, picture
maybe
Debbie
three
with,
spades. Debbie will just be 3-0.
yeah, but picture Debbie with 3, 4, sorry, stiff diamond and the same rounded suit shapes. Now you want to be in 5 or 6 clubs and that, and when 3 trumpets is down off the top.
Yeah, and it doesn't seem like a hand you want to play a 4-3 hard fit.
No, because the tap will be coming in the wrong hand.
Yeah, exactly. So it's maybe he. Yeah, I think 3 spades, like you said, is probably what he bids. But
I mean, if Debbie had king third, queen jack fourth, and ace queen fifth, how many points is that? That's too many, right?
I wonder if bidding 3 hearts shows a doubleton. So, like, if he would ever bid 3 hearts, if 3 hearts like denies a 4x3 type hand. But
Large double did go 4 down in the open room, as expected.
yeah, another interesting one. If East opens 1 club, what do you do with the South hand? Just pass.
Well, I've taken to playing with my new partners that over 1 club, we always treat a club as could be short, whether it could be short or not. I'm gonna play 2 clubs as natural and 2 diamonds as Michael's.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the way I've been playing it recently. 1 club, 2 clubs is natural.
I would just bid 2 clubs with that hand.
Kind of like
Yeah.
that.
Sorry, James, what did you say?
And I like this treatment. It's not something I've ever played, but it does seem very useful.
Yeah, it's definitely good. Although someone mentioned that it's very forgettable. 1 club, 2 diamonds showing the majors is a very forgettable.
It is. And when you forget it, it's a major disaster. So Michael did come out with 300 trump eventually,
Yeah,
which will end the
it's probably
auction.
good. It doesn't give them as much information about what to lead. You'll have to guess. Six of diamonds.
They let a diamond honor at the other table, correct?
Yeah,
So here Michael will play low from the dummy, surely.
right. And then North wins the ace, and the question is if he switches to a spade or not. With 4 spades to the 8, you need partner to have really, really good spades for a spade switch to be better than a diamond continuation. Yeah. I mean, here she has the spades to do it, but it seems very likely that a diamond switch might be necessary if she has like queen 10 of diamonds and the ace of spades, something like that.
I would love to see them play in 1 spade redoubled here, but it won't happen.
Yeah.
You never know. I missed it, but apparently there was a redouble
Hard.
conflict early on in the first set today.
Yeah, there was a 2 hearts redoubled I saw.
So
Question is which way Michael takes the clubs. Seems normal to play a club to the king and run the 10 of clubs, but maybe knowing that
Yeah.
South has diamonds, you might try running the jack of clubs.
I mean, why would you finesse into the danger hand here? That makes no sense to me.
Well, it's not exactly the danger hand because you're not going down. Oh, you are going down if they take it. Yeah. But but the other thing is that you need 9
I don't have
tricks.
enough tricks. Yeah.
You don't have 9
Yeah. Okay.
It might
Actually,
just
that
come
does
down.
make sense.
It
Yeah.
might come down to the best way.
You expect North to have more clubs.
Yeah, that's
well, even if the club finesse loses, you still do have chances. If the club finesse loses to North, you still have chances in hearts as well.
yeah. You need something very good though. You need like queen doubleton or to guess something really good.
Yeah, I mean it's not 0 though.
No, not 0.
The auction seems to have gotten quite convoluted in the other room.
Yeah, a club, pass, diamond, a spade, support double. Redouble shows 2 spades and some points. Pass, 2 diamonds. Double, pass, 2 spades, pass. Now he's making a penalty double.
This part is not so.
Oh, Chris has got to be licking his chops now. I mean, they'll just retreat to 3 diamonds, one imagines, but
Yeah, and now that he's doubling 3 clubs, maybe North has a double of 3 diamonds.
yeah,
On a,
I think I would at this juncture.
it's not the prettiest hand to play, but probably won't be too disastrous.
So it looks like Michael's getting the clubs right. Yeah, he led the 9 of clubs.
Yeah, so well done. That's a tough one.
So the inference that South has long diamonds is a good one, but it's not as ironclad as it seems because they had to lead one of the something against 3.
Yeah.
Whatever
Also-
suit they're
also-
leading is
Also, North has Queen 4th. That doesn't really help you. So
But if North is Queen 4, that's a bit of an irrelevant case, anyways. Unless, no, yeah, it's still kind of irrelevant, I think.
so Michael's going to run his clubs, hope for some sort of major suit squeeze for extra tricks, but he's just going to take.
Yeah, if you switch the North-South major suits, there'll be a squeeze, but
Yeah.
we do end up in 3 diamonds doubled over here.
Well, they certainly have been exciting boards. I'll say
Yeah.
that.
yep.
So Billy's going to win the ace of clubs and play a spade to try to start getting some spade roughs in the dummy.
Mm-hmm.
Should Chris rise with the king of spades and put a diamond through? It seems like that's the right idea.
Yeah, so definitely seems. But with all those good diamond spots in dummy, it is possible that a club
Yeah, I
ruffle.
was thinking. I mean, double dummy. You definitely want to put a club through. I think.
Yeah, because the 8 of diamonds might end up being promotable with what them having to rough spades in dummy.
I think you can get that you can get that promotion later though, right?
Well, but you only have 1 entry to lead clubs.
Only do it once.
But the Claire is going to presumably be using one of those diamond owners as a spade rough from the dummy.
Yeah.
Well, for example, here, can't they just play low on this and then just pull all the trumps and concede an extra spade trick and pitch a heart on the king of clubs? Maybe you don't have an entry to the queen of hearts, so maybe it's not that easy, but so here you downgraded to 10 to 14. Maybe it's easier to treat the 4x1s in the 1 club opening range, or maybe he just felt it wasn't worth whatever it is, 15 plus.
So you have the unusual case where the Dinkin system leads to a very quick auction. And the auctions are much slower. Here's gonna be a 3-nut trump ball pass.
Do you know if he can have 5? I guess he can have 5 card majors for this.
He can have a 5-card major, I believe. So I know 2 hearts and 2 spades are 10 to 14 with a 5-card major. But I think that they always have some shape. So, and I think one of
Could be balanced.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, I don't think you can.
Okay, so then maybe it just makes sense to just blast a 3-0 with the south hand.
That'll give us more time to concentrate back on the open room where things are more interesting. So if Billy ducks this, is Amber's best play to play diamond, or is it just to keep control of the hand with the king of diamonds and not do that? But she can see if they declare roughs twice in the dummy. Now she's gonna have the king 8 of diamonds over the ace jack.
Unless they fly jack here, lead's going to be in dummy, which you don't really mind in that position.
Yeah, I think playing low is probably just the right play, but
I'm guessing Billy's gonna play a lot. I'm just more curious about what Amber will do here, or what she should do even. She knows her partner has exactly 2 spades, so she knows Declarer has 5 diamonds and 4 spades, and a stiff club and 3 hearts. So she knows Declarer's exact distribution.
seems
And
king and diamonds and a heart is probably going to be best.
you're saying win the king of diamonds and shift to the 8 of hearts?
Right, and then West wins the king and plays the queen of spades. You play the ace and they rough it.
Mhm.
And now what do they do from dummy?
Yeah, they're sort of stuck in the dummy.
Probably king of clubs pitching a heart, and now you rough it. And you could probably even again play a diamond and stick them in dummy. And you still have the 10 of spades as a winner.
It's a complicated hand.
Yeah. It might all be the same though. It might be king of diamonds and diamond might be the same as king of diamonds and heart, but I think king of diamonds and heart looks to be the best. Maybe not. And here it's just over tricks in the room on the right, closed room. And it looks like there will be just one over trick. Or maybe 0 if she tries to end play West, thinking West maybe has the king of hearts. Didn't really follow the play too much, so don't know.
Well, I mean, you're pretty sure West has the ace king of diamonds here, so. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, that doesn't seem
Yeah.
like that'll work too much of the time. You
Well,
need
it did come out with a low diamond.
Yep, low diamond, and Amber might now take some time.
Well, she should have been taking her time on. It shouldn't be a great surprise that the 3 diamonds comes out. So she should have been ready for that contingency when. Yeah, here she goes. She goes and wins the king. Shouldn't take
Yeah,
her
I
long to
mean-
make that play.
Maybe she's not able to play hard because she doesn't know that her partner has the ace, jack, and 10.
Mm.
But if she knows her partner has the ace, jack, and 10, I think you want to play a heart.
Yeah, I don't think she knows her partner has points because that's what the redouble showed, but she doesn't know about the texture, and she can be pretty sure her partner has a heart on her. Because partners, she just play another diamond.
Yeah, diamond back seems fine. And yeah, I guess again, they're in dummy, so it's kind of what you want. So it probably transposes to if you would just let a heart yourself, because they're just probably going to lead a heart up to the king.
Mhm.
Sam only opened 3 hearts, so
Yeah, this is an interesting board. We'll see how the Rosenbergs handle this.
yeah, how Michael bids. I predict 3-0 Trump, but
I predict pass.
you think?
Yep.
We'll see.
Your hand just doesn't look like it just doesn't look like no Trump.
Pass is good. Yeah. I don't know. I guess you don't have too many. You don't have so many high card points that you're worried about partner.
You just don't have a lot of tricks in no Trump either. So, by the way, we didn't discuss this, but when it goes 3 hearts, pass, double pass back to Olivia, should she run to 4 diamonds with her very nicely textured diamond suit, knowing that the hearts are poorly placed for her side and her partner's a fairly aggressive 3 heart bidder?
Yeah, seems reasonable.
I mean, here she does catch queen and 1 diamond, which is a very nice holding. Not only does it give her solidifies her diamond suit, but it gives her an entry to the dummy to play spades.
And a quick double by Debbie. Probably just Michael's gonna have to pull this one, I assume.
Yeah, this is an interesting spot for Michael, I think. He doesn't know their partner isn't something like 4-1, 5-3, for example.
Do you bid 4 hearts here and ask partner to place in a black suit? I don't know if they discussed such a thing, but what else could it be at that point?
Yeah, 4 hearts has to be like pick a suit.
Unless 4 hearts is natural. What happens if they
Yeah.
3 hearts on 2 little hearts?
Yes.
I mean, it's possible, but
Very, very famous hand from before either you were born, where a guy named Marty Cohen, I believe, opened 3 or 4 hearts on a hand with 2 little hearts and caught his left-hand opponent with 7 solid hearts.
Interesting. People in my games don't psych often enough to require such treatments.
Yeah, and I assume once they pass 3 hearts doubled, you know that's a real 3 heart bid. But
That's a good point. Yeah, you might, if you had actually a bunch of clubs, you might run to 4 clubs before they get you.
Sure, that makes sense.
All right, we'll finally come out of the tank, the left table. They do pass 4 diamonds. This is not going to be a good result.
no, you only lose a club, a heart, and probably 2 spades.
Well done by Levy to pull here.
Yep.
How's it going, gentlemen?
Hey, Aaron.
Hey, man.
It's not gotten any closer.
Has
Good
not gotten any closer.
I think
Yeah,
it might have gotten
yeah.
a little closer. Oh no, it
There's
has.
a lot of it.
Well, it briefly got a little closer.
No, they dropped a couple imps.
It could easily have been board 20, which was a 13-imp swing to Rosenthal, could have gone the other way in a double-digit way.
Yep. Could have been plus 200 opposite plus 650. So 13 the other way.
Mm-hmm. And then Michael Rosenberg made a good guess in clubs on board 23 to make 3 now.
This hand is quite a trap here
Yeah.
for Debbie and Michael. It's hard to not do what they did.
Well, is there an argument for Debbie not doubling 4 diamonds with ace empty 4th of diamonds? I mean, she's implied length in the other suits.
Yeah, I think
You know, it's not like she's got ace jack 9 4th of diamonds. And
it's not like they're running to 4 diamonds. Like on just any hand with diamonds, it has to be pretty decent.
No, but by the same token, I don't see any reason why she should think slam is in the game. All partner did was float a 3 heart double.
Yeah.
I mean, with a heart void in this hand, I mean,
We were discussing whether 4 hearts over the double of 4 diamonds should be, hey partner, pick a black suit.
it is, but I mean, there's no reason for Michael to do that. I mean, his partner might be, you know,
Right.
3-1-5-4 or something, or some permutation.
that's what I
Yeah.
suggested.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, sorry, I'm late to the party, but you know, it could certainly be bad. I mean, you could bid 4 hearts just because you have so much more playing strength than you might have otherwise.
And but
I mean,
that's the argument of why maybe Debbie shouldn't be doubling with ace empty 4th of diamonds.
Yeah, but with 4 trump, it's hard because, you know, partner's not going to, and it's not, I mean, I guess you can play 5 clubs is where you're angling for if you're passing 4 diamonds, but I don't know. I have a lot of sympathy for both of Wes calls here. So, and I similarly have sympathy for Michael's pass of 4 diamonds doubled, which seems normal and automatic. Have we had any riveting judgment situations yet?
There was a Harrison will have to dig up the hand number where one table played in 4 spades and the other was in 3 spades doubled, and both could have made with the right guesses.
That was
Yeah.
board 20. Meanwhile, in the open room, it looks like Billy is going to go down 1 and 3 diamonds doubled.
Isn't he gonna lose
He's going to go down 2.
Looks like down 2 to be.
Oh, down 2, right? Oh, yeah.
He has another heart to get out with. Yeah. Okay. Well, this was fun. Good to see you guys. Hope it's going well.
Interestingly, if Billy had docked the 10 of hearts, now Declare can get to the dummy. Crystal has to either play a club for him or play a heart and let him get to the queen of hearts. So would have gotten out for down 1.
Yeah. It's funny.
Yeah.
What was he?
That's actually probably not all that double dummy. I mean, he knows
Uh,
that,
Yeah.
You know
No,
all the
So
cards.
sometimes ace. Yeah.
yeah, he missed an opportunity there to get out for 200.
And here, as long as Michael doesn't pitch a spade, actually Debbie also has to keep spades, but it shouldn't be too difficult. They know all that Olivia has left is.
Yeah, Michael's just gonna play a club, and that's gonna be that.
Yep, so pick up 11 imps, I guess.
8 tricks for declarer or 7?
They lose 2 more.
Uh,
Oh, 7.
yeah.
We see 7 South claimed 8 tricks. I don't think that's gonna be accepted though.
I'm not sure. Okay, there we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
Still 7 M's for the Dakin team.
Yep.
What a set. So now we're seeing the board where Cohen and Bauer went for 500 in the open room. Something of a trouble hand for their side, but
Yeah, the open room slowed down significantly for this one, so almost caught up.
on 27, we see a club pass heart, and Tracy Bauer overcalls 1 trump, which most experts are now playing natural again.
Mhm.
She has just the kind of hand you want to have for that. She's got a club stopper, she's got a heart stopper, and a source of tricks. You don't want to bid a no trump there just because you have 15 to 17. You want to have some hope of actually making a no trump. Opposite, the 4 or 5 count partner often has.
Yep.
Chris has an easy 2 heart bid, and I think Billy Cohen's either going to double negative or bid Stamen. Yeah, he made a negative double. So Tracy will bid 3 diamonds over that, and I think they're gonna win their way back to 3 no trump.
Yeah, 3 no trump looks to be pretty trivial.
Just got to get there. It's almost never trivial to bid game once the opponent's up with the bidding to bid game and no trump when the opponent's up with the bidding and
Yeah.
respond.
Yeah.
I mean, this stuff happens.
You see why you need this strong no trump overcall though, with the cheese that people will bid and respond on these days.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and so they will get to 3 now.
So
And I
that,
assume the king of clubs will be led.
yeah, there won't be too much interesting to the play
Probably
there.
just take 2 clubs and 2 spades.
Yep. No, he let a heart.
Hmm.
I guess his thinking is that the opponent say had 2-2 hard fit, and partner has king 10 fifth over the queen and 1, for example. They can set up the hearts with 1 lead, have enough tricks. Whereas clubs, even if your clubs are going to be worth 2 tricks, you're going to need another trick besides that and the spade. You're going to just need more to beat it.
And here she can actually probably make 4 double dummy. Not that she would, but somewhat reasonable to just, your only chance is probably to lead a spade to the jack.
She made it a lot easier, just claimed her 9 tricks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tracy did point out, she was on Twitch the other day, and she did point out that Billy can be slow, and obviously they were quite slow on board 26. So when she has a hand where she has an easy 3 no trump playing for 9 tricks, and the chance for the overtrick is somewhat obscure. She just quickly claims and gets the hand over with.
Just noticed Michael open passed with this pretty decent looking hand over here. I wonder if the reason is, you anticipate a one spade response from partner. Now you don't have a great rebid. It's good
Yeah.
to have that in mind.
There are a lot of advantages to passing when you're short spades and you have a marginal opening bid, and that's one of them. Another is that if it goes all pass, which doesn't happen very often, you're still not unhappy because the opponents have more spades than you do. And a third reason, a third reason to pass with that sort of hand is that you can later make a takeout double of spades, and you'll have gotten your hand type across pretty well. So
3 clubs.
So East-West was temporarily in 3 clubs in the other room. And now North-South is temporarily in 3 clubs, although maybe this is where they end up. Might be a little greedy to double. But
interesting going ons in the open room. After a statement auction, Chris Wallington was on lead against 4 hearts, and he underled the ace of diamonds. And his partner did not err by ducking. They have 2 diamonds, a club, and a heart, I believe.
Yep.
And East-West have the same distribution in both hands, so there's no pitches coming anywhere.
Yeah, Tracy said they had not a lot of time to play for the East-West partnership, because I believe the way the clocks work is you have your time as a partnership. So even if you have enough time, like it says they have 33 minutes, if the partnership goes over.
It almost looks like you can and play self double dummy here, but even if you lead away from the club, it doesn't get you to throw away the king of clubs there, so no gain. And why would you ever play the hand that way, really?
Yeah, I wonder sometimes if this like time for partnerships when like the match is timed and you're not going over, but your partnership is going over. If as the opponents, if you can like add some pressure where normally maybe you take 30 seconds to play trick 1. But if they're running very slow sometimes, and you know that they might have to think themselves a trick 1 if you just play and make it. I mean, not that that should be how things are, but if that's how things are, then putting pressure on the clock can be a way to.
Yeah, there are definitely ways to game the system with the time clocks, but I think the one thing we can agree on is that it has in general produced much faster bridge, which is better for the spectators for sure.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I don't even know if it is considered gaming the system. If you're given a certain amount of time and you're taking too much time, then the opponents might be just within their rights to play quicker to.
Sure.
Maybe in bridge it's not how it is, but if it's like for example chess, like if your opponent's low on time, you might make some quick moves just to.
Sure, agreed. So the defense is taking the first 3 tricks, and now Chris Wallington can sit back and wait for his queen 10 or hearts.
And so this will go down 1.
So the Dinkin team is going to lose a significant swing on 26, the board on the right, just because they played the contract at both tables on a hand that did not split well for either side.
Yep. And this one's going to go down, so 12 imps.
Even if it had made, it was going to be 9 imps for
Yeah.
Rosen. So it'll be a double-digit swing. Once your teammates are minus 500, the difference between plus 100, 110, and minus 100 isn't nearly as much as it would be otherwise.
Yep.
So once again, we see the claim by Tracy, who is in the Twitch chat, because what we're seeing is actually a 30-minute delay from real life.
Oh,
She can come in and discuss the hands with us as while we're seeing them played.
This looks like maybe 4 spades for east-west.
Some interesting discussion in the chat. I'm not sure who GRRWAAA is, but he suggested that when his team was trailing by significant margin in the open trials, Christian instructed their teammates to take no more than 1 second for any play to preserve time for dinner. However, his teammates Ishmael Del Monte and Finn Klesnik did not cooperate since they wanted to win the Butler.
oh,
The Butler is an assess. It basically it's shadow impairs event being run while the trials are being run. It doesn't mean anything in terms of who wins what match, but you can judge how well pairs have played based on their Butler results.
maybe their contract calls for a bonus.
I don't think so. There are bonuses for winning these events, but not for winning the Butler. Looks like a normalish 4-spade bid in the 4-spade
I
contract
assume here
open
we'll
room.
do 3 spades,
So
4
if
spades.
East West are careful, they can win 3 heart tricks here, I think.
I don't think so.
Need to play
'Cause-
back the 9.
Well, you can just play ace of hearts and a heart, and West has to give a trick to dummy.
They've
Yeah, West is going to be on play now.
no, gotcha. So high. I think
So Tracy did conclude the auction of 4 spades. Let's see what kind of havoc the Dinkin system causes here. I think, I was going to guess that Olivia could have up and won on Trump here, but I think that might show a stiff honor if she has this shape. So she just chose to up in their large basket 1 club.
Mm-hmm. So apparently, yeah, she could have opened 1 now.
So often you see in matches like this where the margin is quite lopsided and the result is no longer in doubt, a team will withdraw, but the Dinkin team is enjoying their bridge and wants to keep playing. And I believe, based on what I'm reading in the chat, that Tracy and Billy will be one of the pairs playing for their team.
All right, so 1 heart is natural, non-forcing. 2 hearts, Stamen. And over Stamen, East has a 3-no trump bid. We'll see if they get a heart lead, if Michael will play a spade to the jack. Seems like a reasonable shot.
They get a heart lead. Michael will play a spade to the jack. Well, they got a club lead, so I
Yeah,
don't
this-
think he can't afford to do that now.
yeah, yeah, you can't afford to touch spades on this. You
Or
might
just-
play. Yeah, you can't even afford to play clubs.
I think Michael will play it the same way Tracy did. Yep, he did.
Yeah.
He just claimed right away.
Yeah, on the queen clubs lead, you can't even afford to play clubs because you might lose 3 club tricks. And I mean, it'd be really strange, but you could lose 3 club tricks in 2 spades. They'd have had to have led the queen from like queen.
Or
third.
3 spade tricks and 2 clubs.
Well, if you lead clubs, they can't take 3 spade tricks.
Oh, if you lead clubs yourself, right.
But somehow if South led the queen from queen empty third and then can lead clubs twice, but that's not likely. But yeah. It's probably practical just to claim when you're not gonna make the overcheck most of the time.
So on 28, the open room had a statement auction and got to 4 hearts. One of the questions I don't think has ever really been truly solved is how to respond when your partner did statement and you have 4-4 in the majors. Most experts these days are just bidding 2 hearts with 4-4, but you can play other styles where, for example, you bid the better major. Here, that would still be 2 hearts, but imagine the East-West major suit holdings were switched. Some pairs would rebid 2 spades in response to statement and not 2 hearts. This will get a quick 4-heart bid.
And 4 spade just quick in the other room. 29 made 5.
So question in the comment is in the Twitch chat is why the standard is hearts first. I'm not sure I know the answer to that either. I think it's just what people do. And I do know that Diamond and Platic, when they were a regular partnership, did play better major first.
I mean, it could have just carried over from back when people didn't play 2 spades as a range ask. And you bid Stamen, and you might not have a 4-card major, and then over 2 hearts. If you bid 2 spades first and partner bids 3, no, they might have 4 hearts, they might not. But if you bid 2 hearts first, then they can bid 2 spades to show invitational with 4 spades, and it might have just carried over from that.
Yeah. So after a very exciting first 2/3 of the mat of this set, well, the boards towards the end have gotten much duller.
Finishing up with a 1-no trump where she has 4. This one doesn't
Very
look
unfortunate
great.
lead. Defense.
Oh, I guess, yeah, no, it does have 3 club tricks, yeah. So 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe she'll probably find a way to come to 7 tricks.
So in the open room, I'm sorry, in the closed room, the 4 hearts, Olivia chose to lead a low club into the jack. So now Michael might have some hope of a later end play of the opponents.
Probably more likely he's just going to play for the heart hook. And then whenever North wins the king of diamonds, just has to play the
Right. I mean, the case for the end play would be if he could strip spades and play a diamond, and South has the ace king of diamonds, but then they would never let a low club from the king. So that's not really gonna come into play. He might try for it anyway. He's got nothing else to do.
yeah.
The opponents just took ace king.
Interesting at the left table. It looked like there was a lock for 7 tricks by leading a heart, but now no, maybe not.
Yeah, you lose 4 diamonds, a heart, and that's it, right? Because here,
Do it. I think there was another trick in the wash, but let's see.
well, here it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
right.
Doesn't really matter here.
Now,
Michael's gonna go down 1 in 4 spades.
Yep.
this is an unfortunate distribution for East-West, but I see no particular reason why chance needed to be taken. Imp event.
Well, it doesn't matter, right?
But no, it goes. So, does it still not go down? Okay, I can't count. Never.
So heart, a spade, 2 clubs. Let's see.
In the opener, this was followed by 4-2 forcing, a rebit of 5-2 hearts, 2 spades showing 6, and then Tracy just took the bull by the horns and bid 4 spades. Sort of, I'm guessing showing a minimum with this shape. It's kind of an attractive looking minimum. I mean, if partner has, say, ace and a heart, queen and a club, solid dot spades, and
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Maybe 3 spades over 2 spades keeps us slam in the picture when partner maybe has a better hand, but it didn't matter.
didn't matter here, but you know, it's not that hard to imagine, you know, partner having all the right cards. But partner needs a lot though. I mean, they need solid spades, ace of hearts, queen of clubs. No, they don't. Maybe they don't even need the queen of clubs. Solid spades, ace of hearts, king of diamonds.
Yeah, and Michael just bid 2 spades over 2 diamonds, which I wonder. Yeah, she said because she only had 1 key card, she just jumped to 4 spades. If partner has 3, maybe, I don't know. And all right, wonder. All right, so they finished. Amber called the director. I don't know if that was just about finishing the set or not. But once that table closes, we can just go full screen here. I can figure out how to do that. There. So 4 spades. This one will probably not have any problems. I think. That's interesting.
She wanted to get the spades on the road right away.
Well, I wonder why she didn't cross in. Well, I guess you need to save the clubs as an entry in case you need the queen of hearts to discard. Well, not sure.
This is interesting. Is North had ducked the king?
Yeah.
Okay.
She might have been planning on playing the
Ace of
ace of
spades.
spades if South followed. I don't know.
Yeah, because if North had ducked the king of spades, she was going to just lose 3 diamond tricks right away on her line.
Yeah. And here she'll just lose 2 diamond tricks. And
She's playing in a manner which would suggest that her side is in time pressure.
yeah. Which is probably likely.
Once again, though, the match margin being over 150 at the start of the set, you know, you can afford a slow play penalty of an imp or 2.
Yeah.
All right, last board for the set. I can never remember what time the next set starts because I don't usually do it. But thanks for everybody for watching.
Yeah. I think Adam Kaplan, Michael Berkowitz got some good commentators for the next set.
Thanks for hanging out, everyone.
Thanks, James. Continued good luck in your Jeopardy travails.
Right. Watch Jeopardy Masters. We need some ratings.
You know, I'm behind. I taped them all, but I think I've only watched 3 or 4 so far. So,
Okay. So you probably caught a couple wins for the good guys. I
did, and I did see where you gave a call out to Bridge too, which was nice for.
Did you see the one where their writers defined a grand slam as taking 13 tricks rather than bidding them? I had some words with them about this, but they got cut from the broadcast. It's not great television, I think, to argue with the clue writers.
Yeah.
Someone asked in the comments if they said maybe another contestant is a bridge player.
So Matea, one of my opponents, they own a bridge book that is autographed by Bill Gates. I think the parents tried to teach bridge to Matea at some point, and it didn't take.
Yeah, they went to the Washington Nationals a couple of iterations ago, where you know, and participated in the junior program. That was mentioned. That was mentioned back in the traditional show, on one of the many interviews.
All right. Thanks for clarification.
Here, 1 no trump, win the queen of diamonds. And Wonder what he'll do next. 2 club pitches by North. Maybe now with 2 club pitches running the queen of clubs becomes attractive. Yes, this is. Oh, I guess club to the jack is better. Unless North is king 10 third, but. No, I should.
Now, if you read the position, you can.
Well, Olivia might just
But
win
it's
the
the
8
eight of
after
spades.
2 diamonds and give up. Not sure why the king of hearts. I guess in case North had the. Or I guess even if South has these, maybe the king of hearts is good. Yeah, I guess. In case North had the ace of hearts, you want to play the king of hearts.
All right, now North's got to
has
get.
pitch.
North has to pitch something. Not going to be pretty, whatever it is.
Yep. And now he can pitch a club to the ace, and claim. So making 1. All right. So thanks everybody. And come back for the next set. This is some good
Bye,
commentary.
everyone.
Bye, thanks.